Gentlelady from Pennsylvania, Ms. Dean, is recognized for remarks on the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I thank the chairman and ranking member. Sadly, I rise in opposition to this bill. Foreign assistance is critical for our country's foreign policy and our standing in the world as the indispensable nation. Why would we give that up? Yet this administration not only clawed back $9 billion in congressionally appropriated funds just last week, but they have also presented an FY26 budget that does not reflect safety, security, and prosperity as they claim. The cornerstone of United States foreign policy and approach to foreign aid has always been the 3D approach: defense, diplomacy, and development. Unfortunately, we have seen the shuttering of USAID, the scandalous destruction and incineration of food and aid. USAID, an agency that built goodwill for America and, according to The Lancet, prevented deaths of more than 90 million people between 2001 and 2021. I want to repeat that. 20 years prevented the deaths of more than 90 million people. The same study forecasts that the defunding of USAID could lead to 14 million deaths by 2030, including 4.5 million children and babies under 5. Let me repeat that fact. We are risking the deaths of 14 million people between now and 2030, 4.5 million infants and children. The destruction by this administration continued 2 weeks ago with the termination of 1,300 State Department experts, which will hobble our diplomatic strength and create a void that our adversaries will undoubtedly fill. Do we not see the service of those 1,300 experts, public service, selflessly accumulating information, expertise, and they are let go without any warning or cause? In his capacity as Senator, Marco Rubio often praised foreign assistance. He emphasized that foreign aid is not charity, as President Reagan said, but it is critical to our national security. And yet now, as Secretary of State, he has abandoned these articles of faith. The State Department's budget is not a reflection of our leadership, and it is not who we are as a nation. Our diplomats, development workers, and aid professionals embody our values, working in crisis zones to promote peace, health, and human rights. Senator Rubio has repeatedly said that slashing foreign aid will not bring us to balance. Yet Secretary Rubio supports the cuts presented in this bill. 22% cuts, $13 billion. Programs that supported stability and conflict prevention have been cut, which increases the risks that conflicts can spill over into global threats like terrorism and mass migration. It is estimated that more than 360,000 people, most of them children, 250,000 children, have already died due to the closure of USAID. 6 months, 360,000 people, 250,000 of them children. This bill proposes to further cut life-saving humanitarian assistance that could have saved these lives, and for those in the future who will be affected by natural disasters, disease outbreaks, and conflicts. This is not a measure of America's humanity and moral responsibility. Lastly, we have heard members of this administration call for greater self-reliance by foreign partners. This can only be achieved through development and assistance initiatives, and yet in this bill, it cuts development and economic assistance by 21%. Foreign assistance funding accounts for approximately 1% of our total spending on our budgets. It is not charity. It is a key arm, an indispensable arm of our foreign policy toolkit that contributes to our safety, security, and economic prosperity. As appropriators, we must stand up and recognize the values of these investments. And I will say, do we not feel an obligation to lead? Do we not see the suffering of others? No, in this bill, we retreat and we ignore the suffering of others. I'm sad to say that. I urge my colleagues to join me in opposing these drastic, draconian cuts that will cost lives around the world. I yield back.